I just uncovered a super top secret. Like, if I spill it, our friendship might shake a little like an old sofa.
Sounds like a horror movie, but go ahead, drop the bomb. I've got my emotional armor on, even if it's paper thin.
Remember when you said, I never reread old messages? The past is meant to be forgotten?
Yeah, I still stand by that. The past is the past, just like last week's math test, forget it fast.
Wrong. You secretly reread them. I saw it with my own eyes.
What? Me? No way.
Yesterday, you were sitting in that corner of the cafe, scrolling all the way back to messages from 3 months ago. Your screen was glowing like a flash.
Well, I was just checking if I'd said anything stupid, that's all.
And the verdict?
Guilty. A lot. Enough that I wanted to delete the whole app.
I knew it. But that's not even the best part. Here's secret number 2.
Oh my god, am I the main character in the detective movie Message Secrets today?
You drafted a message almost 20 lines long, but you didn't send it.
Did you secretly read my phone?
No, I just happened to glance over when you went to get water. The text was huge, like a newspaper headline. And the first line was crystal clear. Actually, I've been wanting to say this for a long time.
Stop, don't read any further. Just thinking about it makes me want to fly off the planet.
So what was it about? Feelings? An apology? Or a super passionate confession?
Are you interrogating me like Detective Sherlock or something?
No, just friendly curiosity.
What kind of friendly feels like torture?
Come on, I promise I won't laugh. Too loud. I might even look away a bit.
Fine. It was a message I was going to send to someone special.
Ooh, someone special sounds so romantic. And you didn't send it?
Yeah, because if I sent it, everything would change. It wouldn't be normal and fun anymore.
For better or for worse?
I don't know, but it definitely wouldn't feel as safe as before.
Sounds like you're more scared of losing what you have than getting something new.
Exactly. You catch on so fast, Detective Emna.
I'm not that quick. I've just been exactly where you are.
Oh, you've written a long unsent message too?
No, I'm even more pro. I sent it and regretted it instantly.
And what happened?
The other person replied, "What did you drink by mistake?"
Haha, sorry, but I have to laugh at that.
Laugh away. I got over it. It hurt a bit. But now it's just a funny story.
Did you two still talk normally after that?
Not exactly. There was this long silence, like a slow motion scene.
That sounds terrifying.
But eventually things got better, in a different way, like friends upgraded.
So, in your opinion, should I send that message?
I can't decide for you. But if you don't send it, you'll always wonder, what if? If you do send it, at least you'll know the answer, even if it's not the one you dreamed of.
Both options are equally scary.
But only one of them lets you move forward instead of staying stuck in place.
You always say things that make me overthink everything.
That's a survival skill when you're friends with you.
So if it were you, what would you do?
I already chose to send it. Even though the result wasn't perfect, I still don't regret it.
So you're telling me to be brave?
No, I'm telling you to be honest with yourself first. That's 100 times harder than sending a message.
Do you think the other person has already guessed?
Maybe. People are pretty good at sensing things that haven't been said.
Then I'm even more nervous.
Why?
Because if they know and haven't said anything, it means they're waiting for me to speak first.
Or they're just as scared as you are.
You just made everything more complicated.
No, I just made it more real.
I hate it when you're right.
But you still keep asking for my opinion.
Because you're the only one who doesn't just say whatever you want.
Then make a decision.
Not right this second, right?
No, but don't wait too long or the message might auto-delete from expired feelings.
Maybe I'll read that message one more time.
And this time,
Maybe. I'll actually hit send.
I'll be right here, waiting to see if you're brave enough.
Don't look at me like that. It's too much pressure.
I'm not doing anything.
That exact not doing anything is what's scary.
Then hurry up before you change your mind like you change shirts.
Okay, but if everything goes wrong?
I'll still be here buying you ice cream.
Promise?
Promise.
All right then, let me try. My heart is pounding like a drum.
That's the sign you're doing something really important.
Or the stupidest thing I've ever done.
Sometimes those two things look exactly like twins.
Yeah, true. Okay,
So,
I just sent it.
that fast? You're a superhero.
If I didn't do it fast, I never would have done it at all.
How do you feel?
Lighter, but also nervous like it's final exams.
Welcome to the world of people who actually face things.
Don't act like I just saved the world.
For you, this is huge.
Thank you so much.
Anytime. Now.
What?
Just wait for the reply.
Don't say that. I'm stressed out again.
But this time, you're not running away anymore.
Yeah,
You just sent it, and your face already looks like you ran a 2-kilometer marathon.
it feels even worse than a marathon. At least in a marathon, you know where the finish line is.
This one doesn't have a clear finish line, just messy feelings.
Exactly. I hate feeling out of control.
Speaking of out of control, I have a right person, wrong time story that you'll definitely relate to.
Sounds dangerous already. Tell me, Detective Emna.
There was this person who liked another person for a really long time.
This person is way too vague. It's you, right?
You guess fast like an AI.
Because you're terrible at hiding your feelings.
Fine, it was me. Just listen.
I'm all ears.
The other person wasn't bad at all, actually really great. But the problem was timing.
Ah, right person, wrong time, the classic youth special.
It sounds cliche, but it happens like a real K-drama.
What exactly happened?
When I liked them, they liked someone else. When they finally noticed me, I was trying to get over them. And when we were both finally okay, the circumstances just wouldn't allow it.
The universe is trolling us so hard.
I used to think that too, I confessed once.
And
They stayed silent for a long time. They didn't reject me, but they didn't choose me either.
I hate that half in, half out situation.
Me too. It makes you keep hoping and then keep killing your own hope like turning off a light.
So what did you do?
I tried to walk away. The first week was fine. Then one, "Are you okay?" message and I was right back.
I know exactly how that feels.
That's what scared me the most. Not being rejected, but not being able to let go.
Because you still had that tiny bit of hope.
No, because I knew they cared. Just not enough.
Not enough hurts more than a straight no.
Exactly. Now I've learned to accept it. Not every feeling gets a beautiful ending like in the movies.
That sounds so mature.
Not mature, I was forced to understand it.
Do you still like them?
Yes, but now it's more like if it doesn't happen, it's okay, not I have to have them.
You say that, but I don't totally believe you.
I don't totally believe myself either. What about you? Is the person you just messaged in the same situation?
Not exactly the same.
How is it different?
I'm not sure if they like someone else, but I'm also not sure if they like me.
Love is a gamble. But you just placed your bet.
Yeah, with one message.
Do you think you'd be okay if they turned you down?
Not right away, but I think I'd be okay eventually.
Then you're already in a better spot than I was back then.
Why?
Because you're ready to face it. I kept hiding in my comfort zone until I was exhausted.
And if you could go back, would you do it differently?
Yes, I'd be clear from the start, so the pain would come early instead of dragging on forever.
Sounds logical, but so hard to actually do.
Because everyone thinks they still have plenty of time.
Until they realize they've waited too long.
Exactly.
My phone just buzzed.
Is it them?
I haven't dared to look yet.
You just said you wanted to face it.
Saying it is easy, doing it is. Hand it over, I'll look.
Haha. What does it say?
They replied, I was actually thinking of saying the same thing to you.
Wait, that's already good news.
I'm still trying to process it.
It means it's not bad at all.
There's more. They asked. Are you free to talk?
Oh my gosh, this is the golden moment.
What should I reply?
Yes, right now, no hesitation.
Okay. Sent.
And
They're online.
I feel like I'm watching a live drama.
I feel like the reluctant main character.
But this time, your story might turn out different from mine,
I really hope so.
no matter what the outcome.
I know. At least I tried.
And that's something a lot of people never dare to do.
Thanks for sharing your story with me.
So you'd see that even when it's hard, there's still a way to keep going without falling apart.
Yeah.
And who knows?
What?
Your story might have a lighter, sweeter ending.
I really hope so too.
The tension is too thick. We need a break with a lighter topic. Tell me your most embarrassing school story.
You call that lighter? Compared to feelings it is, but it still haunts me for life.
Perfect! The more embarrassing, the funnier. The person who just got a possible happy ending message goes first.
You really never miss a chance to tease me.
Exactly. Come on, spill it.
Fine. There was this time during a presentation. I prepared so hard, nice slides, practiced in front of the mirror.
Sounds like a model student.
But I got too confident and forgot to turn off the mic while talking privately.
Wait.
I turned to the person next to me and said, "Hope no one falls asleep like last time." The whole class heard it, including the teacher.
Haha, sorry, but I have to laugh.
Laugh. At that moment I just wanted to become the chair.
What was the class's reaction?
2 seconds of silence, then an explosion of laughter like fireworks.
And the teacher?
Looked at me like, "You just destroyed your own image, kid."
Did you still finish the presentation?
Yeah, with 100% embarrassment. But weirdly, it went well after that.
See? Sometimes embarrassment actually takes the pressure off, like it can't get any worse, so what do I have to lose?
True, your turn.
Remember the school cultural festival?
Of course. You were dancing.
Don't bring that up.
Now it's getting good.
I practiced so hard, memorized every move. But when I got on stage, the music glitched and played the wrong song.
Oh no.
I froze for 3 whole seconds like a statue. Then I decided to just dance from memory without music.
That actually sounds brave.
It would have been brave if the music was right, but it was wrong. So I looked like I was performing my own private one-woman play.
How did the audience react?
At first, they thought it was part of the show. Then the music suddenly fixed itself, while I was already in a completely different section.
Haha, I can't take it anymore.
Some people tried to hold it in, others just burst out laughing. I kept dancing anyway, screaming inside my head the whole time.
And after?
I ran off stage as fast as humanly possible. But now telling it has become a funny story.
I think those embarrassing moments end up becoming the most memorable memories later.
Exactly. In the moment you want to disappear, but later you think, it was actually kind of fun.
My phone buzzed again.
Don't tell me it's them again?
It is them.
Haha, open it.
They said, "I like you too."
I'm trying so hard not to scream in the cafe right now.
Me too.
This is the ending I never got. Absolute masterpiece.
I don't even know what to say anymore.
Say, me too.
I already did. No hesitation this time.
Good, really good.
But I'm still a little scared.
Scared of what?
Scared everything will change.
It will change, but not every change is bad. Sometimes it's a change for the wonderful.
Yeah,
And if anything happens,
I know. You'll be right here listening to me complain and buying me comfort ice cream.
and laughing at your new embarrassing stories.
No, this time I'll be more careful.
You always say that.
Maybe.
But anyway,
What?
today is the most memorable day ever.
Just because I sent one message?
Because you dared to face yourself. And because you have me here.
Thank you, really.
Anytime.
And thank you for always being here.
Always.
I think from now on, every time I remember an embarrassing moment.
You'll smile?
Yeah, because it led me to today.
That sounds like a movie-ending line.
Maybe this really is the ending.
Or a beautiful beginning.
I like that version better.
Me too.